I hate to bring this up, but we came this close to winning the state of Minnesota. And in 2.5 years, it's going to be really easy, I think. Really easy. It's been many, many decades since a Republican did that, and I thought I was going to do it. I needed one more visit, one more speech. That's why never give up. Never, ever give up. One more speech. Now, we're very proud of Minnesota. Let me also say, congratulations to the Bulldogs on winning the NCAA championship hockey tournament. Wow, that's a big deal. Right in this arena, this is where they play, right? Boy, I hear they're a great team. And how many are going to the NHL? How many? 2, 3? That's a lot. They're going to do it. Great team. Thank you. Great team. The Bulldogs. The next congressman from Minnesota's 8th Congressional District, the great Pete Stauber. Come on up. I'll tell you, is this a pretty good send-off for Pete? This is not bad, right? Hey, Pete, come here. Say a few words. He wasn't supposed to do this, but let's hear him, right? Come on, come on.
Thank you, Mr. President. Welcome to the city of Duluth and the great state of Minnesota. And as you alluded to, the home of college hockey's national champions, the University of Minnesota Duluth Bulldogs. I'm Pete Stauber, and I'm running in Minnesota's 8th Congressional District because, like President Trump, I love this country. I love our freedoms, and I love our Constitution. Mr. President, before your election, you made a promise to visit Minnesota, and you promised more jobs, fewer regulations, and a better economy for everyone. Now, jobs are up, unemployment numbers are at a historic low, small businesses and manufacturers are surging, and optimism is at an all-time high. My blue-collar, common-sense, conservative message is resonating throughout the 8th District. Mr. President, these people support you. And Mr. President, these are the same people that are going to send me to Washington so together we can unleash the economic engine in northern Minnesota. On behalf of the Minnesotans here today, thank you for coming to our great state and for always putting America for always putting America and the American worker first. Thank you. God bless America.
Thank you very much. A total denuclearization of North Korea. That's what it is. We got back our hostages. And I didn't pay $1.8 billion to get back our hostages. We got back our great fallen heroes. They stopped shooting missiles over Japan. They stopped all nuclear testing. They stopped nuclear research. They stopped rocketry. They stopped everything that you'd want them to stop, and they blew up sites where they test and do the testing. All over Asia, they're celebrating the great achievement that we made, because you were the ones that put me here. We made, all over Asia, and really all over the world. And by the way, in our country, everybody knows what a great achievement this is, not only for us, but for North Korea, for South Korea, for Japan, for China, for everybody. But I'll tell you, to keep this incredible momentum, I think maybe the most successful that the country has ever had. I think we are now at the most successful level that the country has ever seen. That's how we're doing. And let me just tell you, and the greatest phrase, I think, in the history of politics is on all of those red and white hats that I see out there: make America great again. And that's exactly what we're doing. Make America great again. And you know what our new phrase is in 2.5 years? You know what it is, right? Keep America great. That's what it is, because that's where we are. So the Democrats want open borders. Let everybody come in. Let everybody pour in. We don't care. Let them come in from the Middle East. Let them come in from all over the place. We don't care. We're not going to let it happen. And by the way, today I signed an executive order. We're going to keep families together, but the border is going to be just as tough as it's been. Democrats don't care about the impact of uncontrolled migration on your communities, your schools, your hospitals, your jobs, or your safety. Democrats put illegal immigrants before they put American citizens. What the hell is going on? So we're going to make it great for Americans, and we're going to take care of people. And we do want people coming across our border, going through our ports of entry. But we want people to come in through merit, not just through luck or happenstance. We want them to come in through merit. And we need people, because we have so many companies now, and you know very well in Minnesota what's happening. They just gave me a run-through. What's happening in Minnesota is incredible. But we have so many companies moving back into our country. We need people to help, but we want them to come in through the merit system. And I will always fight to protect American families, always. I will always fight for an immigration system that defends our borders and takes care of our sovereignty as a nation. I will never sacrifice the safety and security of the American people. And I will never be silent in the face of vicious smears and attacks and the heroic agents and officers of ICE and the Border Patrol who save millions. Just the job they do saved thousands and thousands of lives, and are so brave and are so tough. If you want to create a humane, lawful system of immigration, then you need to retire the Democrats and elect Republicans to finally secure our borders. We will have the greatest borders, the greatest walls. We've already started, but it's a lot tougher than it needs to be. We need Republicans to get out and put Republicans in. In case you don't know, in the Senate, we need, unfortunately, 60 votes. We have 51 votes. We need Democrats. They will do anything to obstruct, anything to make it as uncomfortable as possible, because they think it's good politics. I actually think it's bad politics. We will see very soon. Under the previous administration, America's rich natural resources, of which your state has a lot, were put under lock and key, including thousands of acres in Superior National Forest. You know what that is, right? Tonight, I'm proudly announcing that we will soon be taking the first steps to rescind the federal withdrawal in Superior National Forest and restore mineral exploration for our amazing people and miners and workers, and for the people of Minnesota, one of the great natural reserves of the world. And we'll do it carefully. And maybe, if it doesn't pass muster, we won't do it at all, but it is going to happen, I will tell you. It's going to happen, and it's happening fast. We repealed the core of Obamacare. The individual mandate is gone. So unpopular. The individual mandate, where you pay a fortune for the privilege of not paying for insurance for health care. And let me tell you, we just repealed it. You don't have to pay anymore. So big. So big. And we would have repealed and replaced Obamacare, although we've got a long way toward doing that anyway. We just had to do it a longer route, because we had a gentleman late into the morning hours go thumbs down. That was not a good thing he did. That was not a good thing for our people, for our country, whether you're Democrat or Republican. And everybody said, oh, good, we have his vote, we have everybody's vote. We were going in for a routine repeal and replace, and he went thumbs down. Not nice. That was not nice. As far as trade is concerned with other countries, we want fair and reciprocal trade. We don't want stupid trade like we had for so long. Stupid trade. The word reciprocal. Remember the word reciprocal. We have been ripped off by almost every country on earth, our friends and our enemies. And I hate to say it, our friends do a bigger and better job than the enemies. But those days are over. Those days are over. And even before we finish off with the trade deals, and we will finish off with the trade deals, people don't realize we have the cards. Because we're the piggy bank that everybody was robbing for 30 years. We're like the piggy bank. Let's go get some more. You look at the European Union. They put up barriers so that we can't sell our farm products in. And yet they sell Mercedes and BMW, and the cars come in by the millions. And we hardly tax them at all. They don't take our cars, and if they do, the tax is massive. So they're basically saying, we're going to sell you millions of cars. By the way, you're not going to sell us any. Not going to work that way anymore, folks. Not going to work that way. We will not be taken advantage of anymore. We're a great country. We're going to be an even greater country, hopefully greater than we've ever been before. We have such potential. We're going to put new steel into the backbone of our country, and we're going to make that steel right here in the United States. We're going to breathe new hope into our communities, and our workers are already so proud again. We will do it all with American hands, an American heart, and American pride. And everything we do, we will stand up for our citizens. We will fight for our country. We'll stand up for America. And we're going to stand up for the great state of Minnesota. And you're seeing that. Your great state was pioneered by men and women who braved the wilderness and the winters to build a better life for themselves and for their incredible families. They were really tough, and they were really smart and strong. They didn't have a lot of money. They didn't have a lot of luxury, but they had grit, and they had faith, and they had courage, and they had each other, right? They were miners and ministers and fishermen and farmers and shipbuilders and shopkeepers. But they all had one thing in common. They loved their families, they loved their country, and they loved their God. With your help and with your voice and with your vote, the Republicans will win and keep on winning. We will keep on winning. We have great people. And Pete is a great guy. You got to get him a victory. Great guy. Got to get Pete a victory. You got to get him a victory. We need him. We will achieve victory for our magnificent country and our magnificent land, the land that we love, because we are Americans and our hearts bleed red, white, and blue. We will never give in. We will never give up. And we will never, ever stop fighting for our country or for our flag or for our freedom. We are one people, one family, and one glorious nation under God. And together, we will make America wealthy again. We will make America strong again. We will make America safe again. And we will make America great again. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Minnesota. Thank you, Minnesota.